Hey guys, how's it going? I think we're going to take a different direction on this bike. Um, I'm having some issues with the back swing arm. Obviously, for those who follow my channel, that originally I didn't have the bike set up like this. I had it extended in the back. It was bolted and welded there, and it came out to about there. I never used the dropouts right there. And the issue I'm having is they're not deep enough. Let me take it closer and show what I'm talking about. Okay, so you can see how this is, if you were to cut it there, that's how deep you'd want it to be, where the axle would go into the frame. This one only goes to about there. So the axle is almost hanging right out of the frame. The only thing that's keeping this wheel from spinning and flying off is the torque bar on the other side, and I do not like that. I mean, it is all steel, so it's not going to break or bend, but it's too sketchy. Plus there's some weird, I wouldn't say cracks, but weird scratches underneath the front tube, and I don't want to take a chance. Like, this is all aluminum here. I don't want to take a chance that that's a stretch or a stress fracture, and have the front just snap clean off at high speed would be my guess. I did find a solution though that I will show you, because I mean my components are good. The crank's good, the seat post, the bars, all that's decent components. The brakes. So basically all I really needed is a bike that's super cheap. Cheaper the better, because if they make it super cheap, it's I mean, I've never liked that this was aluminum. I would have been happy with all of it steel, due to the fact you're doing 60 on this on a bicycle. You don't want something that's going to hit a pothole and snap in half. Anyway, let me show you the bike that I have. Well, I will be picking up, and then we'll do a total rebuild. And I'll even do a small review on the bike, even if it is a piece of junk. Well, I mean, all the components on it are pretty bad, so this is what we're looking at. It's a Walmart special for a whopping $2.98. But it's actually an e-bike for $2.98. It's pretty good. It's a 36 volt, 250 watt. What I want to do is pick it up, obviously. The front's not disc brake compatible, so we're replacing the forks. The back doesn't have a disc brake, but it does have the hanger for it. And I'm pretty sure the hub motor has the screw still on the side for the actual disc. So what we're going to do is we're going to put all my components, like the components here, like the seat post is steel, this is steel, cheap. The rim brakes got to go, the tires, the rims. Well, I might save the rims, because they look like they're Earl rims. But we'll replace everything. The only thing I want to keep is the battery and the motor. And what I'll do is I'll have a dual purpose, where if you just want assistance or assist, I'll use the battery and the rear motor. And when I want a 1200 watt, then I'll just flick a switch and use the front motor as a 1200 watt. That'll work. And then what I'll do is I'll get a rack that obviously, now that it's a solid rear triangle, I can use a rack on the back, and I'll just use my batteries again. But that will work pretty good. Unfortunately, I'll have to get rid of half the stuff, but I mean, it's $2.98. That's how much it would cost me for a frame anyway. So, and this is, from what I can tell, from what I've been seeing online, this is all steel. Thing weighs a ton, but that's pretty good. That's what I want. Plus, I think, I'm not too sure, but I think this is threadless. And if that's the case, then it's wide open to what type of forks I can get for the front. I don't think I'll be able to use the ones I got now, because they've been modified. But we'll see how it goes. But this is my best bet right here. And It's definitely safer than what I'm using now. So when this does come in, I'll obviously I'll post another video. But until then, I'm not going to touch the bike because, like I said, the back is too sketchy for me. I don't like it. Later, guys.